Very good evening to all. I welcome to this workshop on top 5 big mistakes made by students and teachers inside the classroom learning. Today, we are going to explore critical classroom behaviors that silently affect learning outcomes and, more importantly, how we can correct them. This session is not about blaming either students or teachers. It is about transforming the classroom into a more engaging, effective learning environment. So these are our today program agenda. What we will explore in today's session, we will examine 5 major classroom mistakes. First one is passive learning. Second one-way communication, ignoring diverse learners, neglecting feedback, over-reliance on technology. Each mistake will be analyzed from both student as well as teacher perspective, followed by a practical solution. Now let us get into the actual theme of presentation today. So first one is passive learning, mistake number 1. Let us begin with the first and most common issue is passive learning. A passive classroom is often said to be quite silent, but silence does not mean learning is happening. Let us see from either view, from the student's perspective. From student's perspective, passive learning happens when students sit quietly without asking questions inside the classroom. They simply copy the notes without understanding the concept. They depend completely on teachers instead of exploring concepts independently. Fear of failure and peer judgment often prevents participation inside the classroom activities. But remember, learning is an active process, not a spectator activity. From the teacher's point of view, passivity is often unintentionally encouraged by taking long lectures without any interaction in between, lack of critical questioning in front of the students, accepting shallow answers. All these reduce students' engagement in the classroom. The classroom must be a thinking space, not just a listening space. How to fix the problem regarding passive learning? In order to overcome this issue, we must activate our learning process by using strategies like think, pair, and share, group discussions, scholastic questioning. So, these are the modern methodologies we have to implement in the classroom so that the students will think, discuss, and respond. Then only learning becomes more meaningful in the classroom. Second one is one-way communication. Mistake number 2. When classrooms became monologues, the learning becomes very limited. So, from the student's point of view, students very often hesitate to communicate. They remain silent even when confused. They avoid discussions. They suppress ideas due to fear. But communication is essential. Clarity begins with asking questions. From the teacher's point of view, teachers sometimes dominate the classroom. They speak continuously, rarely check understanding, and unintentionally silence student voices. But effective teaching is not just broadcasting, it is engaging in conversation or in a dialogue form. How to fix this issue regarding one-way communication? To fix this, build bidirectional or two-way communication. Use following strategies like open-ended question, exit tickets, reflection activities, etc. A classroom should be a conversation, not just a lecture. Third mistake, ignoring diversified learners. The third mistake is ignoring learner diversity. in the classroom. Each student learns differently, and one method cannot fit all. Let us examine from the student's point of view. Most of the students often struggle silently in the classroom. They don't express their learning needs. They compare themselves with others. They avoid challenges. This leads to frustration and loss of confidence. From the teacher's point of view, teachers may design lessons for only an average student, but classrooms include different type of learners like visual learners, auditory learners, and hands-on learners. Ignoring these differences will limit learning effectiveness. So, how to fix this diversity problem? The solution is applying universal design for learning, use multiple teaching methods like visual, interactive, and experiential learning. When teaching adapts to different learners, the learning improves for everyone. Mistake number four is neglecting feedback. The fourth mistake is neglecting feedback. Without feedback, learning becomes directionless. So let us see from the student's point of view. Students often ignore feedback. They don't review their own mistakes. They repeat errors. They see feedback as criticism instead of improvement. But feedback is one of the powerful tools for self growth. From the teacher's point of view, teachers sometimes fail to close the feedback loop, giving marks without any comments in the answer sheet, delayed responses, no proper follow up. This reduces the effectiveness of answer script assessment. How to fix the above issue? Neglecting feedback. To improve this, follow a continuous cycle. Assess feedback, improve, then reassess. The feedback must be made timely, specific, and actionable in nature. Last, mistake number five, over reliance on technology. The final mistake is over reliance on technology. Technology is powerful, but only when used wisely. So, look from the student's point of view. Students often depend on too much on digital tools, copying answers without any thought process, using AI without understanding, getting distracted. This weakens critical thinking from the student's point of view. Teacher's perspective. Teacher may also misuse the technology sometimes, replacing the slides using AI tools, videos without any common purpose, technology used without learning outcomes, technology support learning, not replacing teaching. So, how to fix this above issue? Use technology more strategically, follow SAMR model, move from simple substitution to meaningful transformation, or always ask whether the technology is improving our learning or not. So, these are common the five mistakes which are present with either students as well as teachers point of view. So these are some of the key takeaway from the today's workshop. Let us summarize the key insights based on the above input information. Active learning is very essential nowadays. Communication must be two-way or bidirectional. Every learner is unique in nature. Feedback must be continuous. Technology must be used wisely. These principles can transform any classroom environment. Before I move on from the today's workshop session, here I would like to propose a famous quote as stated by William Arthur Ward. The mediocre teacher simply tell the information. The good teacher explain the concept. The superior teacher demonstrates. The real good great teacher will be inspiring the student continuously. According to my point of view, a great classroom is not measured by silence but by the quality of questions, discussions, and thinking it generates. So with this quote, I close the workshop. Thank you for your kind attention and participation. I hope The today's session has given you valuable insights to improve the classroom learning. Let us all start inspiring the students every day by day. Thank you all.